And ladies and gentlemen, our school superintendent, Mr. Rick Surrency.
Morning, George.
Good morning. I saw you at the Emergency Operations Center and quite a few meetings, a lot of things going on out there. So even though school was out, the school superintendent wasn't out.
Yeah, we kind of set up shop there for about a week or so.
And did an excellent job. I've said it. I've said it last week, this week. Excellent job. Our elected officials, our county crews, city crews, everybody just jumped.
Truly a community effort, partnership. I was very proud.
Machine.
Yeah.
Really was.
They all came together, and tell you, Quinn Romay and Ryan Simpson did a great job out there.
Yes, they did.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And we're in good hands, and I know a lot of people are still struggling, and we did have to get school going again just to get back to normal, but I think we're on the right track now.
And some of the parents are saying hallelujah, you know.
Oh yeah, they were
glad to get a little relief.
That was summer all over again for a lot of people. Yeah.
But,
yeah, it is a good sign when people are back in school, people can go back to work. You know, we want things to be like they normally are, routine.
It gives us a sense of normalcy without a doubt.
Right, and I think it's so important. I told our employees, this week is about trying to heal students and let them kind of work through some things, because some of these kids probably have never been through an ordeal like this. So.
And one thing that a school employee brought up to me, some of these kids didn't have meals themselves.
Yeah.
You know, and
that is a fact.
School is where they get their meals and where they eat.
Yeah, we have so many community organizations that have backpack programs and that type of thing that feed kids on weekends. But you know, when they go for an entire week without being in school, that's horrific for a lot of kids.
Yes, and so and there's a lot of people that fed people, but some folks didn't know anything about that either. So, but
I know we had a big yesterday. We had talked to Mayor Hill. I know they fed about 1,000 people yesterday.
Yes, they did.
And we've had food brought in. I know I had a friend of a friend send a trailer from North Carolina with food and water, and it went to one of our schools. And just people just really care, you know.
They do.
And people in this county and outside of our county just want to help.
A lot of folks have pitched in and made it happen. You know, I know a group of people that came from South Carolina this weekend and worked with our church group, and they cleared East End Road.
Yeah.
And made that happen.
Yeah, our church went out and did some mission projects this past weekend, and I got to see some of that devastation myself out on the river. I mean, that was, it's amazing the power of that river and what it can do to docks and property.
One of those powerful forces of destruction.
Yeah. So, but we're slowly getting back to normal as a county, and I know it's been a tough time. We're just hoping and praying this next storm will take a right turn and spare us.
Yes.
I know people in the Caribbean right now are really having a hard time.
Boy, you just got a feel for them, and they don't live in the kind of structures and houses and don't have the amenities that we have.
Right.
And definitely tough on those folks.
But you know, this whole system has kind of tried our entire county, and especially the school district. I mean, we're going to get together tomorrow with our principals and department heads and just kind of debrief and say, what can we do better? How can we make things run smoother? I want to give a big shout out to all the employees who worked in our shelters.
I took the opportunity to go visit some of those shelters, and just a fabulous job done by them. Fabulous job.
And you know, and they were really ministering to our citizens. We had over 1,700 people in shelters at the height of the storm, and we've had some employees that actually came out in the storm and really put themselves at risk just to serve our citizens. So, you know, we educate kids, but we also serve our community, and all of our governmental entities have done that. So,
big kudos to Putnam County School District and
thank you.
The folks that make that happen.
Yeah, a lot of good people, I'll tell you. Biggest employer, but you know, they're here to serve our community, and they definitely showed that this past week.
And they weren't just there because they had to be there. You could tell they cared about the people too.
Right.
I mean, it was definitely evident.
Well, some of these principals did not want to leave their shelter. They just they have a lot invested there, and they just want to make sure our people are taken care of.
Yes.
And you're right; it's more than just a job. It's a commitment they've made to our people. So I'm very proud of that.
Excellent job. Damage-wise, any of the schools damaged or any major damage anywhere?
Not really major. I mean, every single school had power loss, which, you know, is pretty widespread.
Yes.
We got our last school up Saturday, actually.
Wow.
And we closed special needs shelter out Sunday. So just in time to hit school start again. But we didn't have really any significant damage. We had some trees down, and
right.
We're still assessing that, but you know, we were very blessed to not be as damaged as some school districts. I talked to the state yesterday, and there are some school districts that won't start back probably for another week, maybe 2 weeks.
Wow.
You know, because of their damage, especially in the south.
Yes.
So, yeah, we definitely are very fortunate here.
A lot of damage down there, so it's just a good deal. And kudos to the linemen that got the electricity back on for the schools and for all of us.
Yeah.
And from everywhere.
Well, I visited, especially down in South Putnam. They were hit pretty hard. Crescent City High was the last school to actually be powered back up. And I drove down there and saw the power lines that were laying on the ground.
Yes.
And I know we had some power companies from out of state that came in and really, you know, gave it their extra time to get it going.
Multiple states, you know, showed up to help us out, and we appreciate that.
Yeah.
And as when Harvey happened, I understand 15 crews of Clay Electric people are still out there trying to get Harvey out.
Well, that's a unique situation. I know you've probably talked about it, but we had so many resources, like you say, in Texas and going to South Florida, and all of a sudden we need them here.
Yes.
So that's probably why we were out of power as long as we were. But people responded. People have been very patient.
Yes,
I can't tell you the number of people that have been out of power or still out of power, and especially in other counties. I have family in another county that still don't have power.
It makes you appreciate it.
It really does.
When you get it back, good old air conditioning and having being able to go to the refrigerator and just grab food out of there, it makes you appreciate it.
I just want somehow to turn my coffee pot on. You know? If I can make coffee in the morning, I'm good. You know, but that's one of those things we take for granted. But
exactly.
yeah,
just the simple things, and power has so much to do with all of that.
But you know, we've adjusted. You know, we had a couple football games last night. That's
Yes,
kind of
we
a
did.
rarity to play football on a Monday night, but people adjust
And
when
it
we
was-
get back to normal.
And normally a high school football game, you know, you're done in like 2.5 hours time. But last night, 10:08, I think, when Palatka High School finally finished up. That was
Yeah.
and it started at 7 o'clock. That's
Yeah.
a long time for a high school game to start, and a closer game than the score showed.
I was there. I couldn't leave because it got so exciting there at the end.
Right, I was right here.
Yeah.
And, making it happen, and Tony and Matt did an excellent job with what happened out there. And so Flagler, Palm Coast, and Palatka, we'll be back on again Friday.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so there's going to be some tired football players, without a doubt.
You know, that's what fall's all about. Football, high school football Friday, and college on Saturday, and
Yes.
pro on Sunday, you know.
Well, I haven't watched as much pro football the last couple of years, but I definitely college and high school, without a doubt, it's total excitement.
Yeah, yeah. I tell you, there's some exciting football this past Saturday. I know
Yes.
everybody's talked about that. And yeah, we want our TVs working, don't we? So
Yes, most definitely. And you know, we were up going, and then all of a sudden we went down again, and did some things happen. We had problems over in East Palatka because that's where our tower is, and it's the only place the FCC will let us put a tower in all of Putnam County.
Mhm.
And so electricity went out there. We got a generator going, had that going, and then we got. We were going very well here, and then all of a sudden, bam, we're down here in Palatka. We've got East Palatka going, we're down in Palatka, so we were without power. And
well, I want to thank you guys. I know you and I saw each other off and on during the
Yes.
storm, or during this past week, and
Yes.
you came and did some radio broadcasts from the
Yes.
EOC, and
it
you
did.
know, just keeping people informed has been really important.
That's
And I
right.
appreciate you doing
That's
that.
what it's about, and this is my community. This is where I was born and raised at Mary Lawson Hospital, and you know, this is my community and my hometown. And,
Well, this is great outreach, and I just appreciate the opportunity to come and share what's going on with the school district, and just to hear what people have to say too. You know,
Appreciate
wanna-
the great
communication
job.
is so important.
And I've told people, not just because you're here, but I've told people, you know, all of our elected officials we saw at the EOC, including yourself, our county commissioners, city people, they were right there
Yeah.
making it happen and making sure things were happening like they should have been.
Well, the EOC, I've said it before, is a well-oiled machine,
Yeah.
and you know, we got together 2 or 3 times a day, made some decisions, but I can't say enough about the work that goes on there. People literally live there for over a week,
Yes.
and our county's in good hands, and I can't say enough about all the citizens of Putnam County, but especially the people that work with our emergency services.
I was talking to one individual that I know well. I was at the EOC. I said, I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but you look like heck. You know, what's the last time? We were like 51, I think I counted up 51 hours into this deal. And he said, I've had about an hour and a half sleep since we got started. I said, you've got to have some rest. And he said, I can't yet, but I will get some Very soon.
Yeah. And the people are truly putting others ahead of themselves.
They do.
And, you know, without going without sleep and eating right and that type of thing. And so I just want people to take a break, and they need to take care of themselves now, because who knows, we're not out of this thing yet. You know, between now and November, anything could happen.
Right. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So we're going to make it a day at a time and see what happens. But I just appreciate the way people have been patient and have supported our school system.
Excellent job. And your next board meeting happens?
Today.
At?
Yeah, 3:30.
Yes. Very
Yeah.
good. Okay.
So we have business to do like normal, and you know, it's time to start moving our district forward. So
Life goes on.
we're ready to do it.
All right.
George, thanks for everything.
Thank you. Privileged to have you, and thank you for all you do, and for all your employees did. Please let them know this community, and we thank them very much.
I'm very proud of them. Thank you.
Excellent job.
All right. Have a good
Very
week.
good.
Talk to you later.
All right.